we believe 2024 is a key milestone test report because it really shows SRv6 µSID as the de facto industry standard. All the testing we did in the SRv6 test area was done with µSID only. Now, how many people did it? We had 10 vendors who joined the µSID testing, all of them. Those 10 vendors used 21 routers or switches to do the testing. The µSID testing was done in merchant silicon, so Broadcom Jericho, Jericho Plus, Jericho 2, as well as with custom silicon. Who joined? This is the list of people who did µSID last year. And here's the combined list with 2024. So you have a total of 12 implementations in the market with µSID. What did we test? At a high level, we tested the key building blocks of the µSID architecture. Obviously, enabling SRv6. In this case, we did a multi-level design with the SRv6 extensions. SRv6 equals summarization. So we tested prefix and locator summarization as well. We tested flex algo, the key building block for traffic engineering. If you look at the numbers, the jump is 100% from 3 implementations to 6 implementations of flex algo and µSID. We also tested SRv6 traffic engineering, where we tested the capabilities on the head-end routers. We also went from 2 vendors to 8 vendors in 1 year. We also verified UPA, one of the demos coming up. First time Interop, and then more importantly, because we need to make money out of the network, we continue to test services. Layer 3, layer 2, single home, multi-home services. So today, you're gonna see a demo of SRv6 head ends. You're gonna see a demo of UPA. And on Thursday, you're gonna see a demo of SRv6 EVPN ELAN multi-homing. So for the first demo, I will invite Krzysztof from Juniper to go through the slides.
Sorry. Thank you, Jose. So my name is Krzysztof Szarkowicz. I am from Juniper. I will present the first demo of SRv6 during this event, which is SRv6 µSID policy with explicit path. In this SRv6 µSID policy with explicit path, we have 8 vendors that participated in as the head-end node, so the policy instantiated node, and as well as the transit node, which is doing forward and shifting. So it's Ciena, Cisco, H3C, Huawei, Juniper, Keysight, Nokia, and ZTE. So all of these vendors supported that and proved that during the testing. And 1 vendor as the transit node only, which is the shift and forward, which is Ericsson. We will present here during this demo only selection. Couple of vendors will present, how it works and so on, because we don't have time to present for all the vendors. But all of these vendors are listed here that support and approved during in Berlin during the testing. So we test that in this topology as presented already. So we have, dual level topology, ISIS level 2, ISIS level 1, and all these vendors are present in this topology here. You have as well in this diagram who is the head end. Before we start, let me discuss here. So why we do µSID, and the µSID is especially important actually for the traffic engineering, for the policy, because when we do the policy, you specify your path. If you have, for example, 10 transit nodes, without the µSID support, you would need to use 16 bytes per single node. So it will be 116 bytes additional header. So that's the reason it's very important for the µSID for the policy. So we'll start a couple of vendors. We present here, how it works, more or less. We'll start with Ciena. So Ciena has presented very, very long chain, around 20 hops of the SRv6 policy. And as well, it is very important as well to state. So we could, or Ciena could capture the traffic, how these 20 hops or whatever number of hops is encoded. you see here you have every hop has some ID. Yeah, and see, let me go back to the previous picture. So every hop some ID. You see here on this picture that we have IDs like 352, 353, 11, 310, and so on and so on. And based on these IDs, the path is constructed. And then this path is encoded in the packet itself. So packet itself contains the entire path. And you see here in the path, destination address. If you check the destination address, you have 160.10, 158, 1302, 1344, 607, 59, and so on and so on. This is this node ID is basically what we have in the path. And because it's more than 6, it doesn't fit into one IP address, you have additional header, segment routing header, and in this segment routing header, you have additional list of addresses here, like 607, 137, and so on. So I will invite now Rob from Ciena to do some show commands, how it looks on the Ciena from the operation and configuration perspective.
So when you build an SR policy, you use a segment list. These specify all the µSID hops that you want to go through across the network. And when we do it on a Ciena box, you can see here, this is the segment list in the middle, and you can see the hops that we're going through. So 610, 58, 302, 344. And these build your traffic engineered path. You can see down the bottom there that they're all µSID. So Krzysztof will have a discussion in a short while about locators and blocks and how that goes together, but suffice it to say, you can see very quickly how that path is set up. Is it up and enabled? Is it delegated for PSAP or not? Or it's using, in this case, a fixed segment list. And then very simply, we can do a trace route of that, and you can see it jumping around the network, going through all of those segments and the intermediate hops in between. So we can see it's going from 310, which is Juniper, to Nokia, back up to the Juniper, across to a Cisco, across to Arista, another Cisco, back and across the other side of the network. So we built the network going left and coming back again and going to the right. So you get a very simple view of what the state of that policy is. We could also do things like tracing the segment list instead of the policy, but we'll get to more of that detail in a short while.
Thank you very much. So we have, unfortunately, not a lot of time, so let's go quickly for the next vendor, a short presentation. So Xin from Huawei will present here a little bit how it looks like on the Huawei.
Good morning, everyone. This is a demo from Huawei side. As you can see from the PowerPoint, we have two devices, be the header of the SRv6 policy path, and one is Huawei 36 and one is Huawei 199. One is going to Nokia and one is going to Cisco. And they are the same, so I'm going to pick one, show the details about this configuration. So this is a configure for one device, and then you can see the explicit path has been configured in the Huawei device. And also here is the mapping configure that's to apply the color for the route, and then every route learned from this peer will be colored. And then this is a result of the SRv6 policy. And you can see this policy is up here, and we can see all the Cs through this SRv6 path. And the color here is 20 and also the endpoint. And this is an example that Huawei have learned from the peer, that the route has been colored as 20. And also for the VPN route, this route has irritated it on the SRv6 policy. That's all that's from my side. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chen. So now I will show only very quickly on Juniper. Very quickly on Juniper, because I will not show everything, so it's just one thing basically. One thing. So as well, we have let me go to the picture first. So as you see in the picture, in the diagram, so we have as well some traffic engineering path from left to side, so between the different domains of our network, and trace route. I will show only trace route because we have interest of time. You see, it's going through these 5 hops specified in this path. What we've seen before on the trace route is going through Cisco, Ciena, Juniper, and Fortnite, and so on. So let's go to the next one. That will be the last vendor that now presents here, which is ZTE. Yeah, let's go. So if you can present here.
Hello, everyone. It's the first time for ZTE participated testing of µSID with every main vendor. I show the configuration of the ZTE policy. We can see we configured 10 hops of µSID for the policy to reach the device of 29. 29 is SRv6. Then we configure Peter policy with color 20, and using the explicit of the path of 10 hop. We show the survey policy as the state is up. Then we try to trace the route to the policy. We can see every hop will show the µSID here. We can see the 344. This is Cisco, and 343 Juniper, and so on. We can see check the route from one by one to the end of the vendor. That is SRv6. That's all. Thank you.